Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding on to it. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall, fear outweighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Hello Exiles and welcome to my Immortal ES Tech guide. This works for any ES build including Trickster and other builds. The way this works is we use a flask suffix to gain 29% damage taken leeched as energy shield. What this means is that of all the incoming damage, 29% of that is then recouped or leeched as energy shield. And this still requires other defensive layers, and with this single tech you cannot become immortal. So the other defensive layers I have in my build are blocked and spell suppression. For this tech, the two most important items required are a mage blood and one free flask suffix. We are going to use the crafted flask suffix. 15% of damage taken from hits is leeched as life. And then with the help of the skill tree, we convert life leech into ES leech. This requires the following skill tree nodes. You need Ghost Reaver, you need Ethereal Feast, and you need the Instant Leech Mastery. Important to note that it's not possible to do this without the Ghost Reaver keystone because Ghost Reaver converts life leech into ES leech. This is the current flask I'm using. As you can see, due to the various mods and enchants, it has 95% increased effect of the mods. Therefore, 15% of damage taken turns into approximately 29% of damage taken leeched as life. You can use any flask that you want. This is just a sample flask showing you the suffixes and the enchants needed. If you'd like to self-craft the flask and don't want to buy it from the trade site, you have to unlock the mod by unveiling flasks. So I'm not sure if you get magic flask drops, but as of now I know that the Cinder Swallow flask is one such source, and you can search for compatible flasks by looking for flasks with the Katarina's Veiled mod. This should give you flasks that have the compatible mod. Now please note that not all of the flasks will give you this mod because it's an unveiled mod, and based on RNG you might have to buy a couple of flasks to get the mod unlocked. Therefore, if you just want to test it out, it's probably easier to just buy a compatible flask off the trade site. This tech is compatible with Chevron's Revelation, and it's also compatible with Strength of Blood. These are two that I have in my build and I have tested it, and it doesn't seem to be affecting it in any way. So that's all that you need to get started. Keep in mind that this does not grant you complete immortality. Of course, there are difficult boss encounters where you'll have to be active and you'll have to use other defensive layers to protect yourself. But in most cases, I've shown you the before and after at the start of the video, and you can see that it grants a significant amount of tankiness for a few skill points and one flask suffix as an investment. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed yourselves, and stay sane, Exiles.